And we are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, wherever you are watching from, and should I say good night? Anywhere you're watching from, thank you so much for joining today's live. And I'm so excited about today's live. I've got two amazing people who are going to be telling us about how you can study abroad and the application process and everything. And guess what? It's all for free. So if you have been dreaming about studying anything, any course abroad, but you don't even know how to go about it because when you get in touch with agencies, they tell you to pay a lot of money. Well, this is an opportunity you don't want to miss. And I've got two amazing people who will be telling us about this whole process, everything you need to be aware of, and how you can go about it. So I'm going to give them the opportunity to introduce themselves and we will answer some questions. So if you've got any questions, please do leave it in the comment section so that we can go through them and answer them for you. But first off, let us introduce our guest for today's live. So can you please, Helen, introduce yourself? Helen, I think you are still mute.
Sorry.
Brilliant.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Helen, Helen Jacob. I work with NWC Education and it's New Way Consultancy.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. And Mr. Solomon,
Thank
can you
you.
please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, good afternoon. Mercy, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Uh, my name is Solomon Daud Amato. I'm a student consultant with NWC Education.
Wonderful. Thank you guys so much. And I really want to say thank you. Thank you guys for agreeing to do this live session with me today. I know how I've been having this one, Helen, please, Helen, please, Helen, please. And finally, we have agreed on a date. So thank you guys so much. I know you are very busy,
You're
but you
welcome.
created the time today to do this live session with us.
Yeah,
And I'm sure my audience will be very grateful because of all the important information that they will get from you today. So thank you so much
yeah,
for coming to do this live
you're
with
welcome.
us. So I've got a couple of questions that I would like answers to for my audience. And if anybody has any questions as well, we would answer them as we go along. So if you see me looking down, it's just because I'm going through my laptop. So that's why I'm looking down. So question number one, it says, what makes your agency unique? So I know we're talking about NWC. So what makes your agency unique, especially since you don't charge any student fees, and how are you able to sustain your operations?
Okay, thank you once again. Um, you know, NWC Education, also known as Newey Consultancy, is one of the most unique agencies you will find. What one of the things that makes us unique is we are worldwide,
Okay.
not just in Nigeria. We are not just in
Mhm.
Nigeria. We have it in Nigeria here. In Nigeria, we have over 7 to 8 states we cover. We have offices located in those areas. We also have an office in the UK. We also have an office in the UK. We have office in Bangladesh. We have in India. India,
Wow.
you know. Yeah, so that's why I said NWC Education is not just a local agency; it's an international agency spread around the world. And that's
Mm,
one of the confidence we always have that we are everywhere. You can always find us everywhere. And another unique thing about NWC education is that, like you rightly said, you've been saying it, you don't charge for
mm,
services rendered to you from the beginning, right from the application process up to your visa, your offer, unconditional. When you get your conditional offer, we assist you in ensuring you meet up with your conditions and then proceed with your visas. We apply your visa for you without charging you anything. We put you through the processes. We train you in case where you have reasons to attend an interview, either precast interview or maybe interview visa interview. We train our students. We take our time to train our students. And our customer care line is 24/7. Now we are always available. You can always call us at any time, Any agent you call in NWC Education, I can assure you, anytime you call them, they will always attend to you. That's one of the challenges most agents usually have. To tell you that
Yeah.
this agent doesn't respond to me in at NWC Education is an error. Is an offense for you not to respond when your clients call you. So those are few little of what makes us unique, which I know it's more unique than any other agency you can find over there.
Okay, so does that mean if I have a lot of questions, say I am one of the people who are interested in this whole process, and I have quite a number of questions to ask you, would you be able to answer all of my questions without getting angry that I'm asking you a lot of questions? Or would you tell me, go and do your research by yourself? How do you respond to that?
Of course, we'll always be there to respond to all your questions.
Lovely. Okay, that's good.
Always be there to respond to all your questions anytime.
Mm. The reason why I asked that is because I know of someone who told me about that. So this person was working with another agency, and the relationship, like asking a lot of questions, wasn't going really smoothly. So it was something I wanted to be sure that, okay, if people are interested in working with you guys, there is this, irrespective of the question, there is no foolish question, there is no stupid question. It would be answered, and people would get clarity when they ask questions. So that's really good. I like that. So question number 2, it says, which countries and study programs do you currently support? Are there any hidden gems you would recommend students to explore beyond the typical countries that people are interested in?
Okay, yeah. Before then, before I respond to that question, let me add. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, very well, thank you. So let me just add to what let me add to what you said the other time that there's no stupid question. In fact, here we always say there is no. You can ask any sarcastic question.
Okay.
I will always be there to give you a reasonable answer.
Okay,
That's what
that's
with
good.
NWC education. You can ask any sarcastic question, they respond to you. Yes, we always say that it's your right to ask any question, no matter how stupid you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So now, you talked about countries you can travel to, right?
Mm-hmm.
One thing is, I'll be candid with you. NWC education, just like I said, we are very, very 100% strong when it comes to the UK. When
Okay.
it comes to the UK,
Mm.
yeah, I can give you 105% assurance that
Okay.
your visa will be approved.
Okay.
100%, 100,
True.
105% assurance. Simply because we are well trained when it comes to that. We do training virtually every week. We do
Mm.
training, not just at the meeting. We do training very well. Every other agent you see in NWC education is a certified UK agent.
Okay.
Certified. If you Google, when you Google, try to check the name of certified UK agent, you see NWC education. All our stuff are there. So that is one thing. So we also do Ireland, we also do Canada too. Also, these are places we do. But like I said, our strength majorly is the UK.
Okay. But then you also do Canada and Ireland.
I don't know if I'm able to. Yeah, we do Canada and Ireland. We do Canada and Ireland too.
Okay. Um, so I know we've talked about the fact that you do not charge any money for your whole assistance that you give to people. But is there like a step-by-step guide that you have for people who are interested in working with you? So if someone wants to say the person wants to study in the UK, is there like a step-by-step guide that you can walk us through? And what the individual would do and what you would do from your own end. It does not have to be any detailed information, but it'd be like say step 1, you have to bring this document and then we would do so and so and so. Step 2, we would do this and you would do that. Just so we have an idea of how the whole process works with you.
Okay, usually what we do is when you come to us that okay you're interested, We put you through. We tell you the schools that would accept.
Okay.
We have schools that takes HND. We have schools that
HND.
don't do HND. Yes, there are schools that take HND. Yeah, for direct
Hmm.
masters. So we'll put you through, and then we'll make the best choice. Like you get to make your own choice anyway, but we'll just guide you through, and
Hmm.
then you give us your document. Like we have series of documents that you need for the application, so we list them out for you. You get them, and then we make application for you.
Okay.
And after the application, for some schools it takes 3 days for you to get an offer, while some other schools 10 days, depending on the school. Now when you get an unconditional offer, then you would proceed to paying tuition fee. For some schools they allow you to go through an interview. It's called a precast interview. They allow you to go through interview before you pay your deposit. And then
Hmm.
why other schools you would pay your deposit before the precast interview. So after that, they would issue you once you pay what's the name? Once you pay your deposit, then you either go through the interview before or after. Then if you pass the interview, then we'll proceed to requesting for a CAS. And then for you to get your CAS, you would need a proof of fund.
Okay.
You will need a proof of fund. Once you have those documents, we would request for your CAS. Once your CAS is ready, then we'll proceed to getting you a visa. So that's basically the process.
Okay. I think one thing I'm so excited about is the part where you mentioned there is opportunity for people with HNDs. Because if you
Okay.
know the number of people in my DMs that come to ask me about opportunities for HND holders, and
No,
I'm
we have
like,
there are schools. There are
this
schools that do that. They take direct entry for masters.
for masters.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So
And then
does that
some other
mean
ones you
people with
have.
does that mean that people with OND can do bachelors, or there
No.
is no
Okay,
opportunity
yes,
for them?
you can do that. That's
Okay.
undergraduate, right?
Yeah, that's undergraduate.
Yes.
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 But the people with HND, do they have to show any extra documents to apply for
Just
masters?
your
Or
certificate and then maybe your work experience. If you're going for masters, you would need a work experience. You need that. It's very, very important. I think they give importance to that. You need a
hmm,
work. You need to show them that okay, you actually know what you're coming to do,
okay,
not just
and
on paper, but you've been able to work and you've been able to get experience.
yeah, and for people who intend to come with their families, so husbands and wives and children, is there like a route for them to explore?
Yes, there is.
Okay,
Yeah, there
Okay.
is. There is.
and which of the routes is that? Is that masters in research, or is there any other route?
Yeah, basically, just like you're saying, it's masters by research.
Okay.
That's only the way you can come in with your family for now in the UK. And we always advise students and say that please take make use of the most opportunity right now
Hmm.
because the UK their policies comes every day. Do not say you want to procrastinate. When you have the opportunity, just take it and make use of it. If not
True.
so, the next policy that might come in might affect you.
Hmm.
You understand? It might affect you. But
Absolutely.
the good thing about the UK policies, why I like, is their policies are always prospectively. It takes effect prospectively, not retrospectively. You understand?
Hmm.
It's prospective. So even if they've already given a policy, you would have already gotten an offer, it doesn't affect you. It only affects the next week coming. So let's say, for instance, you didn't take an opportunity, you are watching now that there is no policy that has been made, in regards to that. You
Hmm.
didn't take it, and then you want to say, okay, I will leave it next year. What happens tomorrow? What happens next year? The policy comes up. So now is opportunity. Even those with HND, if you have PGD, you can go for research program. If you want to go with your family, if you have a PGD, you can get a research program that you can go with the family. So 100%.
Well, that's really good. That's really good. I think just because we're talking about this whole process, I'll just ask a question here. Mabob Enterprise says hello. Hello, Mabob. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Emmanuel, as well, for joining us. Jason. Thank you, Jason, for joining us. I think Jason says that what is the process for people who haven't entered into a university? So, what do you mean, Jason? Are you talking about people who are just leaving secondary school or high school? Or if you can give us further clarity so we can answer your question, this would help us properly. So we give you accurate response to your question. So please do leave more information regarding the question. Are you just finishing secondary school or high school, or what do you mean by the process for people who haven't entered a university? Thank you. So while we're waiting for Jason to respond to us, we would just go on to the next question. So Jason says, yeah, just leaving secondary school. Do you guys have any response to give to this one?
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. Continue for the belly.
okay, if you're just leaving secondary school, you can go for an undergraduate program. That's BSc, and for some it takes 3 years, while others take 4 years, depending on the program you're going for. And age is also a very important factor here. You mustn't be more than 30 years. Yeah,
Is that for bachelors?
for undergraduates,
Okay, so
Yeah,
yes,
for
yeah, yeah.
bachelor.
Please tell us.
so you
Okay,
should
okay.
not be more than 30 years to apply for bachelors.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Adding to what you just said now, you mustn't be more than 30 years. At the same time, your WAEC, that's your O level, shouldn't exceed 5 years.
Oh wow.
5 years. Very important for them to note. Mustn't exceed 5 years. And then there are different programs you can go for. We have what we call by the foundation program. And like
Mm,
what she said, you can go for the BSc direct, call it direct, which means the foundation, it's a program that it's more or less like
Prepares you.
remedials in Nigeria here.
okay.
Yeah, remedials, like remedials. Yeah.
Is that like diploma?
So that one, which means no, 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 not like diploma. Not like
Okay.
diploma. No, you know, diploma itself is a certificate which you can
Mm,
use even get jobs and also do other things. You understand? Someone with
mm-hmm.
diploma in Nigeria, you can get someone with diploma in Nigeria. Sorry about that. Someone with diploma in Nigeria can actually get direct entry. Yes, from a direct entry, so then we give you 2 years to do. You understand? But foundation, it's like your first year preparatory. That's what they call it, foundation program. Preparatory, they prepare you. Then after your foundation program, you can go for different courses. Some schools will give you opportunity to go for different courses you want to go for. You
Okay.
understand? There are other
Mm,
programs that even allow you to even choose other schools you want to go during the
okay.
foundation. Understand? So that's someone that has undergraduate, someone with an O level can go for it. Then
Mm,
when your O level result is very good and you have IELTS, you can also go for you can get the direct, that's the 3 years degree. Just the 3 years degree, like what Madam Ellen said. And the good thing about the undergraduate, those going for bachelor's, is that you mustn't have IELTS. It's not mandatory
mm.
that you must have
Yes, it's not
IELTS.
mandatory for yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you is not mandatory. Just make sure you have the least you have should be a C in English language. That's the key thing. That's the key thing. So
Okay.
you can go for foundation, you can go for the REDS program, which is 4 years, 3 years. With
Mm,
foundation, it's 4 years. With your ND, you can go for direct. They will give you direct. You just do 2 years. And that's all.
okay. That's really good. Nene says hello. Hi, Nene. And the man said hi, guys. Hello, the man. So we'll go to the next question. If you have any questions, please do leave it in the comment section. We will answer them as we go along. The next question we have here is, you know how quite a number of people are worried about the tuition fees and how to go about it and how to, meet that. The next question here says, do you assist with scholarships or funding options? If you do, what are the success rates, and are there any scholarships with less competition that students often overlook?
Okay. Uh, at NWC Education, we are your consultants.
Okay.
So we give you guidelines from the beginning to the end. Sometimes, most of the times, when we call you, when you contact us, the first thing we ask you is what is your budget?
Okay.
Now, the reason why we ask you your budget is because it guides us, number one, to know which of the cheapest means we can use for you to travel.
Mm, okay. Okay.
We want to know which is the cheapest means we can use for you to travel. Where we think there is a link we are sure of for scholarship, we can advise you. Hey, you can go through this. Some of them will
Mm-hmm.
require you to get some of you will require you to get an offer first before you can even apply for them. Some people will tell you there are people that give student loan, but it depends on how you are able to process it.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of them will request you to get an offer first. So
Mm,
when you come in, when you give us, okay, I have this and this and this and this. Some people come with different information. So they say this school is giving scholarship. This school is giving scholarship. We all entertain them. They will now try to let you know which one is real and which one is not real. But it's basically self-funding. We do. If you
okay.
have opportunity and information for scholarship, we will guide you aright and let you
Around
know.
those ones. Okay.
You understand? But we don't go and start looking for scholarship programs for you
Mm,
and then we let you know. We don't. If you have one you think you want to get clarity about it, if you've gotten them, ask you to get an offer first before you can proceed with it. Come on, come to us. We'll guide you, we'll help you get the offer, then we'll help you process it. If it is real, if it is real, we'll help you process it to get it.
okay. That's really good. That's really good because quite a number of people are worried about that. So it's good that they know from the start, from beginning, and they know what it is that they're getting themselves into. Um, Amarachi, nice to meet you, Amarachi. Thank you for joining us today. She is asking, she said, good afternoon. What is the process for Canada like?
Okay. Now, know anybody who says you want to go through Canada, see it's a good one, perfectly well. But always ask this question: can you withstand the pressure?
But what do you mean by the pressure though?
Thank you. There are a lot of things constitute the pressure. There are demands, there are requirements. They are very, very high and tedious. Now,
Okay.
if you try to take statistics, you will look at it, you will discover that the number of the success rate in Canada and UK when it comes to visa in UK is far, far higher
Sure though, sure.
than Canada.
Mm,
Reason why because the UK government has been to this system into this very well, and they have really understood the process and how to make it much easier for students to go.
mm.
There are some hidden policies or there's some hidden information in Canada, with all apologies, that some people do not understand. And not only that it's hidden, but because some people don't really have this knowledge of all what the requirements they need, and some people cannot even withstand it. Now we used to have people who, when they come to us and we begin to request for this, give us this, we need this document. They're like, "We now want too much. It's like, "Wahala, too much." You understand? Now, some people do not even have some people does not even have their shock absorber to absorb all the requirements, all the things we require of them. You understand? So that is why you usually have a lot of refusals in Canada. So when somebody asks about Canada, I will ask you, why do you really want to go to Canada? Will you rather prefer where you go with a smooth process, where you even spend lesser, or where you go and have to do promo force for over 6 months,
Yeah,
literally
I
6 months?
know, I know. That's the thing. A lot of people do not
You
know.
know,
The duration that you do the
that's
proof of point for
those
Canada is
those are
longer.
the things people don't understand. 6 months, and where you are not sure, I can do Canada for you 100%, but I will tell you, my dear, both of us, let us pray to God Almighty. But you see, UK, when you come to the UK, I'll tell you, my dear, you can pray and pray less than you pray for Canada. You understand? I can give you assurance that I can handle 100 visas for you, and the 100 will be successful in
Mm.
UK.
And
Now, I can
recently
give
I
you,
had a
I can also
student.
tell you.
I had a student that came and she had a refusal from Canada, and she came and I was asking her, "What's up? What happened with Canada?" And she was like, "Nothing. They didn't tell her why she had refusal. That they just give her a refusal." And I'm like, "Oh, sorry. Okay, so are you ready for UK now?" And she was like, "Yes." I'm like, "Okay." So
Oh,
it's a lot. Canada is a lot, but it's not like it's not possible, but it's a long process. So
mm,
why waste all that time and money when you can just easily go through the easy route, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think just to ask a follow-up question to that, when people are refused in one country and they have like a visa refusal in one country, would that interfere with their next visa application, or have you guys ever had such experience where maybe one of your clients, so take for example now Helen, this your client who got her visa refused for Canada, if she's applying for UK, would she have her visa approved, or it's not something that interferes with visa applications?
Mr. Solomon, do you want to answer that?
Okay, fine. Let me answer that. It has nothing. It depends. It
Okay,
depends. Now, yeah, it depends. UK and Canada, it will not affect you in any way.
okay.
Now, it depends on if the countries have relationship or they share the same database. That is
Mm,
where it might have effect on you.
okay.
But if they don't, it has nothing to do. We have a lot of people now, plenty visa for Canada, and still they go. From they go straight ahead, no with no voila. If as a matter of fact, I can boldly tell you that there is a colleague of mine that someone had a visa ban in the UK for 10 years. He just spent 1 year. They reapplied again, and the person was in UK, same UK, banned, 10 years ban. He only spent 1 year, and my colleague applied for the person. The person got that visa in the UK. The person is in the UK right now. So sometimes, mostly when it comes to countries that have relationship, yeah, it's a case by case.
Yeah, yeah, very true, very
It's a case
true.
by case. Sometimes it could
Mm,
be luck. It could be luck. But I can assure you that where they do not share the same database, forget it. You go straight ahead.
yeah, that's true.
All we always need from you when you come, very open to us. I've gotten a visa in this country before. I've gotten a visa in this country before. I've gotten a visa in this country before. Oh, that's good. The rest, leave it to us. We try to trust my professionalism and then work with
Yeah.
whatever I ask you to do. Do whatever I ask you to do, and that's all. We'll have a smooth and a successful ride.
And it's always good for people to come in truthfully and being honest,
Just,
irrespective of
just
what
be
has
plain.
happened in the past.
Just be honest. We are not going to kill. Nobody's going to kill. Nobody's going to be honest, and then trust
Yeah.
us. Yeah,
Oh,
it has happened. It has happened. So what do you want to hide?
that's true. That's absolutely true.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I think Amarachi's next question is, please, what is the least tuition fee one can get for the UK? I mean, it varies. You cannot
But I
you
mean,
cannot really have you cannot really have I don't know.
Um,
I'll leave the experts to
yes,
tell
it
us.
varies. Honestly, it varies. Like it varies with schools. You can
Mm,
get a school for as low as £12,000. That's the tuition fee, and then you
mhm.
can get another one for like 23, depending on the school. Some people come to you; they already know the location where they want to stay.
Where they want to stay.
So
Yeah.
yes, so you have to work with that, and then probably getting a school in that environment, the tuition fee might just be that £23,000. So
Mm,
you just have to work with it. While there are other schools where you have £12,000, and then it varies like that.
mm, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you
Then
so
you don't
much.
have to pay all at once. You pay your deposit. Once you pay your deposit, and then you get
Mm,
your cash. So you don't have to pay all at once. When you get there, you begin to pay installments.
yeah,
It
that's
becomes
good.
easier.
and another thing again, yeah, another thing again, I didn't, I want to add to what you just said. Another thing people should also try to consider it. Aside from seeing the cheapest school, you also consider the cheapest deposit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I she has said the most important thing. Some people have choice of schools in mind
Mm,
already. So if it's a two-way thing, if you want to consider where you live, then forget about cost. It means that you can go for any school irrespective of the cost. You understand? But if you want us to professionally handle it for you, we can get the cheapest school for you in a very good location with a lower cost of living.
mm. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
You
That's true.
understand? With
Yeah.
lower cost of living. But when you have choice, okay, my uncle, my brother is staying here. He said I should come to this place. Your brother should be able to assist you too
Or
when it
my
comes to
friend.
school.
I've heard my friend is in
Or my
Scotland,
friend,
so I want to be in
my friend
Scotland.
is in this place.
I mean, everybody needs a
My friend
support
said I should come to school.
system, you guys.
I know, but you just have to be ready to pay
But
the price.
sometimes,
It
sometimes
comes with a
God can
price.
help you.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
That's true though. That's true. Thank you guys so much. Jason has another question, and Jason says, "So sorry, but the foundation program being 4 years means I can't enter university until I'm through with it." No, I thought you said the foundation program is 1 year,
Foundation
not four.
is just 1 year.
It's
It's
Why
BSc
why
that is 3 years. So if you add your 1 year foundation and then your BSc 3 years, that's what makes it 4 years.
Mhm. So, Jason, to answer your question, it's just 1 year. It's not four, it's one. So, you do foundation program for just 1 year. Um, Emmanuel said, honestly, the support system must support you. Of course, everybody needs a support system because you are leaving your
True.
comfort zone. You are leaving where you know a lot of people to a new country where you are going to start adjusting and adapting again. But you also have to consider your pockets. You don't want to go into a country and then you're now broke. You're unable to fend for yourself and you're unable to do other things that are important to you. So you have to do good calculations. You know, when you calculate it,
That's
you know the one that makes
very
sense for you.
important.
Yeah. Um, Okay, yeah. Emmanuel said, I think, as they say, find what's best for you and seek for a support system around that. Brilliant. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my bad. That's fine, Jason. It's okay. 1 year. That's fine. Um, so if you have any more questions, do leave it in the comment section, but we'll go to the next one. And we've talked a little bit about that, but just so you can give us more clarity, question number 5 talks about visas, and it says visas are a huge stress point for international students. How does your agency help students increase their chances of visa approval?
Okay, I think
that is
earlier.
why um,
I think
okay,
Harry
let me say
wanted to
something
say
before you say
something.
that is why we are here. Yes, before you say I say that's why we are here. We take off the whole of the process, the stress
Body
process
all
for you.
through. You
Hmm.
don't have to. They just
Of
you just tell you what you need, the documents you need, and what how to
that
go about it. Once you just pay attention to what you're being told and you follow them, we've not really had anybody
that's all.
had visa refuser or banned or whatever. I don't
Okay.
think there's
No,
any
we can
like
beat our
that.
chest. Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Annie Kenichi, thank you so much for joining us. Annie, and Kenichi's question is for someone who just graduated as a nurse in Nigeria, but is yet to do housemanship or internship and wants to move to the UK. Is there a short course that can be done or an easier route?
Is it a BSc nursing?
Yes, yes. So for the person to be in the process of doing internship. Yes, it's only BNS nurses in Nigeria that do internship. The ones who do diploma
Okay.
do not do internship. So it would just be like short courses that the person might be looking into. So let
You know,
me let me ask.
when they talk about short courses,
Mm, what do you say?
okay, yeah. So when we're talking about short courses, now one of the major things, the major reasons why people want to travel is because they want to have an opportunity where after they finish they can work,
Mm-hmm.
and also because one of the things that make people run to the UK is because the UK gives post study, right?
Yes, post study.
Now, any program less than a year, any program less than a year, they will not give you post study. They will not give you post study.
Mm.
No post study for you. So if you are going to do a program that is up to a year, it means that's a master's program,
So
Mm.
it's going to
and
be
you can go
masters.
even before you wanted.
Yeah.
It's going to be masters, and you can go even without doing your housemanship. It's possible. People can do their masters without even going for NYC.
And then you come back and do it. Yeah.
Come back and so you
Um.
can come back and do it if you want to practice in Nigeria here.
If you want to, if you don't want to, you can just stay back and not come back.
Stay there. Exactly.
So the thing is, Kenichi, for your friend or the person who graduated as a nurse, the whole process right now is a little bit tricky for nurses in Nigeria to move out of the country to work. And that's because of the new policy that NMCN, that is Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, has put in place, where they say before you can get verification from them, you need 2 years work experience, and you also need to get like a feedback from director of nursing of where you are working to give you good letter of good standing. So that's what quite a number of nurses are trying to boycott and just move away from that. If your friend is intending to do a short course, like Solomon and Helen has said, it's going to be a bit tricky. Short courses, either wherever the country is, it would be 3 to 6 months. And that's something the person would have to go on a visitor's visa for. If the person wants to do something that would make the person move out of Nigeria or wherever they are to a different country, say they want to migrate, it's something the person will have to consider a master's program for. And following that, they would have the opportunity to stay back in the country to postgraduate work visa, like Solomon was saying. So that's an opportunity. But your friend has to sit back and think properly the process or the routes the person wants to go through. If the person wants to study, then it has to be a master's because the person has a bachelor's already, I believe. If the person wants to work as a nurse, there is the self-sponsorship process for them to follow for here in the UK or whichever country the person is interested in, and the person can have a look into that. So if you want further information, Annie, you have my contact details. Send me a DM. We'll talk about it. Okay. Solomon, I think we're going to go to the next question. And it
Okay.
says, let's talk timelines. When should students ideally begin their application process if they're planning to study abroad in the next, say, couple of months, 1 year, 2 years? What would you advise them to start doing? Should they start doing it now or should they consider doing it some other time?
Okay. Sorry. Do can hear me?
Yeah, yeah, can hear you.
I don't know if it's my network.
No, we can hear you. It's fine. I can hear you guys. Can you all on the live? Can you hear Solomon or is not clear enough? Okay, Emmanuel says yes, we can. Solomon, can you hear us? Solomon,
Can you hear me?
yes. Can you hear me?
Hi.
I can hear you, Solomon. Can you hear me?
My network is
Um, Solomon,
okay.
can you hear me?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh,
I can
thank you.
hear
So
you.
you asked. Yeah. Thank you. You asked the time. Someone has to
Yes.
prepare, right? Now,
Timelines.
now,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. In the UK, they have three sections, three intakes every year.
Okay.
We have the January intake, we have the May intake, and then we have the September intake.
Um, Solomon, I cannot hear you anymore from my end. Hello? Um, Helen, I cannot hear
Hello, I
Solomon.
think.
And I can't
Okay.
hear.
Okay. Sorry, I just came back. What was the question?
So I was asking about timelines. So for students who want to start this whole
Oh,
process,
okay. Okay.
ideally, when should they begin their
Okay.
application process?
Okay. Like you was trying to explain, we have three intake for
Mm-hmm.
every year. There's the January, there's May, and then there's the September.
Mm-hmm.
So usually, as soon as one intake closes,
I'm so sorry, guys. I think they're having network issues. So can we please be patient with them and they would answer the questions for us. But while we are waiting, can you please give the video a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet, and do leave your questions in the comment section. We will be very happy to answer all of your questions for you. And I want to say thank you guys so much for joining today's live. And I do apologize about the network issues. It's not something we have control over. So please be patient with us. I'm sure they would come back and answer all of our questions for us. But for those of you just joining us now, what we have been talking about so far is about how you can start this whole migration process and study abroad without paying any money to an agency to help you carry out this whole process. So this agency are going to help you out in this whole process without you paying any money to them. So it is free. And they're just telling us more about their service, what they do, how to go about it. And Helen was going to tell us about the whole timelines involved in this whole application process. And if it is something that you want to explore, because it can be overwhelming for us to start doing the research and doing the work and putting in those applications and getting unfortunately no admissions or having your visas denied. But these
yeah,
wonderful people can give you a hand in the whole process. So please do like the live, like the video, share it to friends and family members, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And we will give Helen the opportunity right now to tell us more about the timelines as we were talking about, and
So
we will
sorry about
see.
that.
No
So sorry.
problem.
Yeah.
No
Okay, so
problem.
like I said, there are three intakes
No, it's
every
okay.
year.
So we're
Yeah.
talking about the timelines.
Yeah. Okay, so we have three intakes, right? We have January intake, we have the May intake, we have the September intake. It means that within from January, those people that go for January immediately May application for May starts. It opens. In fact, some schools even open before January. So they finish taking for January. So it means that maybe
Okay.
by November, yeah, so by November or December, you can start preparing against May.
Mhm. When do they open for January then?
Then they open for January like around immediately after September, October, by October, November. Some schools will tell you that they will open for applications. You can just get your offer and then wait until the time when you start issuing cash and submit your bank statement for cash. So
Mm,
give and take, yeah, yes, yes. So give and take within 5 months, you'll be good to go.
okay.
Once you have your money, once you have your money aside, everything is set. Within 5 months, you're good to go.
Okay.
It's just money. Once you have your fees, and everything on ground, let me know. Hey, I want to go. In fact, you can if you come within. Let we are in April now, right?
April.
September is on already. September is on already. In fact,
Mm,
some schools are started closing against
some
September
school.
for some courses, some programs.
mm,
In fact, some schools have started closing against September. So if you come now, okay, hey, guy, I want to go for September. September, you have your funds ready. I have my funds ready. Within 4 months, I can give you. Within 3 months, you can go. Within 2 months, you can go.
hmm.
The most important thing is that you want to have your money. Someone can
Wonderful.
tell me, someone can tell me I want something right now. I want to go against next year September. That's 1 year.
Okay. Um, Patricia Nantova, thank you so much for joining us today, Patricia. Patricia's question is, oh, Patricia says, good evening. I'm from Uganda. Thank you so much for joining us from Uganda. And I'm trying to look for undergraduate fully funded scholarship abroad in 2026. Patricia, so today's live session is about this lovely people who do help with application processes and all of that without you paying anything. Their service, if I am wrong, correct me please, Helen and Solomon. They don't go about looking for scholarship opportunities for you. It is something that you'd have to fund by yourself. But on my channel, I talk about scholarship opportunities that you can explore. So if that's something that you are happy to, please do subscribe to my channel. You would see quite a number of scholarship opportunities, the videos that I have done. You can go through them. And since you're talking about 2026, also be on the lookout for that. I'll do some more scholarship opportunities for you to explore as well. Am I wrong, Helen and Solomon, or did I say it correctly?
Very, very correct.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. So the man said, "Hi, Mr. Solomon. Thanks for the information so far. I can hear you, but not as audible as before."
Okay. So sorry
Okay,
about that. I don't know
I
about
think that's
now.
clear now. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I think that was having this network glitch here.
Okay. Patricia says thank you. You are absolutely welcome, Patricia. Thank you as well. So we would go to the next question, and it says on here, what common mistakes do you see students or applicants making when applying to study abroad? And how can they avoid these mistakes?
Okay, there are three ways to handle risk. One, reduction. Two, avoidance. Three, hand it over to a professional. I
Okay.
speak with the third one. Listen, anything you don't know is greater than you and bigger than you.
Mm-hmm.
I repeat, whatever you don't know is bigger than you. So I don't always advise students to start up applications by
Okay.
themselves. So people will tell you that they do it and it works out for them perfect and good.
Mm.
Or you encounter some challenges. You might be lucky enough you have a smooth ride. Quite sure. Yeah. But at some point you might have issues where you need a professional to help you handle it. These professionals
Mm-hmm.
you don't have. So why stressing yourself, cracking your brains and struggling? Some of them at the end of the day, when they are hooked, they'll still come back to us and they'll come and tell that please sir, I want you to help me and then I will charge you by then. Yes, I will charge you because one, number one, I'm not going to send an application for you. Secondly, it's not under my agency.
Mm.
You know, that's the application it's not under my agency. So there is nothing that is coming to my agency in terms of returns because we, as an agency, we have to do all these things you apply for. Even when there is, even if somebody mails you, this student, this challenge is having, kindly help us assist the student in this and the area. It should be done because we have the consent of them and the we have the consent of them. They are private. So this as an individual, this something for you. You understand? So one of the challenges we basically have is the aspect of the word visa conditions, visa application, get know how to calculate your points, to get them correctly, to get them correctly, and then put it up to documents that will be required. You can see someone, this is one even writing of Facebook, segment of purpose that I'm not really struggling with this kind of thing
Mm.
because
I
most
don't think we can hear you anymore, Solomon.
what about now?
I don't think we can hear you anymore.
Oh,
Yes, it's not clear anymore.
what of now? Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, it's better now.
Okay. Okay. Better now, very well.
Yes, that's better now.
Thank you. So where did I stop? Sorry. What
So
was the
you were
last
talking
thing
about the three steps that people should be aware of and things that they should do to avoid.
beautiful, beautiful. Number one, when you do application correctly, you will have less because it's one thing for you to apply, another thing is to get an unconditional offer. So when they
Okay.
give you an offer with condition, how does you meet up this condition? There are times that you can meet up condition. It's not all to do again. Now we will guide you. You understand? Another thing is when it comes to visa, or some people cannot calculate it accurately, correctly. That's why I see some people. That's why, particularly with the way that you are in the due to lack of funds, because the calculation was not done correctly. You understand? And then you looking at what payment information you provide in your business. If you don't know the right information to give, definitely your business will be denied.
Mm.
So those are the areas very, very careful. That's why some people,
Mm.
when they apply by themselves, when it comes to visa application, they don't handle it themselves. They outsource professionals to do it for them. Very, very technical. And mind you, if you didn't do this,
The deposit is
some,
not refundable.
some schools will not be some schools deposit will not be funded. So imagine when you really need to
Especially when the fault is from you.
Yeah.
when you pay 8,000 pounds and then you are denied with the funds in the bank
Or fake certificates. Some people present fake certificates.
and you later discover to the time all the people you've made you are going to pay off.
I see. So, so please, if you guys are applying to study abroad, apply with correct certificate. So please, don't apply with something that is going to come back and shoot you on the foot. So please do apply with the right documents. Um, I think the man says, Helen, your sound is really clear, but not the same from Mr. Solomon. Oh no.
I
The
don't know
man, are
why
you sure
that
it's not for
is.
your side?
No, Mr. Solomon, I think I can also barely hear you. If you notice, I was trying to put pressure on this so I can hear you.
Actually, can you hear me very well?
Not very clearly though. Maybe try leaving and then coming back again, and maybe we'll see if it's be better then. Um, I think while Mr. Solomon is trying to do that, we'll just be going through what the next question is supposed to be. So Helen will be thinking about it. So
Okay.
it
All
says
right.
it says, do you support students beyond the admission stage, like with accommodation, job opportunities, settling in a new country, or everything is just with the application to study abroad? Do you do after the whole process when the
Yes,
applicants
we
get into
do.
the country? Okay.
Okay,
So what
we do. Since we already have contacts there, we have people already there. It's easy for us to like help you navigate in that place, like link you up with people who would help
mm,
you or help you book, help you get accommodation and other things. That's if you want us to.
and is that like paid or that's also
Mm,
free?
yes, it's also free. It's part of the service. But you have to pay for your accommodation. You know that, right? We are not paying for you. It's just okay. So we'll help with all of that.
Very important.
Okay. So everything, the fundings and everything is on the applicants themselves. You just help with the whole process, the advice, the step-by-step guide
Yes.
and everything. But then they
Yes.
themselves would have to. Fabulous, fabulous. That's good. That's good. I mean, it's a good thing because at the end of the day, you want to settle in smoothly when you move into a new country. And you don't want to be moving
Yeah.
to a country and you're confused as to what you want to do or how to go about different processes. So that's wonderful. Well done for you guys. I don't think it's every agency that does that. You guys are just blowing my head. You're blowing my mind. So well done, guys. Well done. I'm liking
I think
this.
when Mr. Solomon started, he said we are unique. So
Yeah.
that's the thing about us.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. I like that. So the next question says, with all the buzz about international student caps and changing immigration rules, how do you guys stay ahead and how do you make sure students are safe from sudden policy changes? But I think Solomon has already answered this in a way because, like you said, it is prospective, it's not retrospective. So whatever the policies are that are being made by these different countries, it doesn't affect the people who are already in the country. So that's brilliant. Do you guys have anything else you
Okay,
want to add
and
to that?
because we have partners, we're partners with these universities, and then we have their reps come around most of the time, so they always give us heads up, like what to expect and what's going to
Mm,
happen, so we don't
mhm.
get caught unaware.
Brilliant, brilliant. That's really good. That's really good. I,
There's absolute one thing that comes to me. So, we start giving signal. I say, "Oh, go now, just go now. Go now. Go now. Just understand the process.
okay.
How are you?
Mm,
But because information has not yet on help somebody go by this around, please. Do this now. Do this now. Understand?
okay.
I don't know if I'm audible enough now.
Not very clearly though. I hope you're not on mute. But Emmanuel says the post-process stage is really good. I agree, Emmanuel. I agree. And he said for the UK process, could you please estimate how much one should have access to before coming to you? Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me very well now?
Um, Almost, yeah. I
Almost.
think we have to end
Okay.
again.
Okay. Are we good? Uh, I don't know if anybody can hear me. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, fine. So,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. We can hear you now. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Lovely.
Okay, fine. So now for the process, let me give you simple explanation. Yeah, first of all, would you deposit 2,000 or 4,000 or 5,000?
Hmm.
But let me yeah, I have like about
Mm, I cannot hear you. I don't know if the audience can. Helen, can you hear him?
can you hear me?
And Emmanuel also said can't hear you.
Okay.
Um,
What of now? Can is it okay? Madam Helen can respond.
Hello?
Madam Helen, you can hear you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, that's better.
Okay, you asked how much it will cost.
Yes.
Okay,
Not cost
so
per se. So, like, could you please estimate how much one should have access to before coming to you? So, when somebody
okay,
wants to start this whole process, how much do they have first?
okay, let's say around 15, 15, 15 million to 20.
15
Just
million.
yes.
Mm.
Nigeria exchange rate. That's what has brought us. It's if you're looking at it from the other side, it's not that much. But when you're looking at it from Nigeria, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's true. For people, because I know you said you have offices in different countries, for people in different countries that would like to get in touch with you, are they able to get in touch with you?
Okay, do I need to drop a number or the agency number? It's okay.
Okay. I would say the details that the people can use in contacting you, you can send it to me,
Okay,
and then I'll leave it in the comment section as well for people who are interested in working with you and
okay,
exploring your service, and finding
all
this
right.
opportunity helpful. So every of you, each one of you that is interested in going through this whole process, please do let me know. Leave it in the comment section. Their details would also be in the comment section. You can contact them directly and have the conversation with them. They'll be more than happy to help you. And we are going to be ending this live now. But before we end it, please do like the live, like it, share it, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet. Final question, guys. Could you share one or two powerful success stories of people who have worked with you and they are now thriving abroad? Any success story you want to share with us? Final words, ending words, just so we can end the live.
Okay, you can check on NWC Education Nigeria, and then you see lots of reviews there. Sometimes students don't like being mentioned or something, but then you can always see some of their reviews on our page. And yes,
Okay. So,
Okay, can you hear me
and
now?
hello.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll be having our UK Study Expo this Saturday, 26th, in Abuja. So if you're in Abuja and you think it's something you want to give it a try, you can come around. It's going to be happening at Nikon Luxury Hotel.
Lovely. What time is it going to be happening? What time is it starting?
And our student consultants, they'll be on ground for instant application and all of that. And then you
Okay.
get to talk to them and ask them whatever questions you want to ask them.
Mm. And what time is it? What time is it starting?
10 a.m. It's starting 10 a.m.
10 to 4 or 10 to 6?
10 to 5.
10 to 4, 5, yeah, we'll be there.
Okay. Oh, lovely. Lovely. That's good. I think the man had one more question and he said, is there a chance of investing in this and coming out without an admission? Without an admission and visa, especially to the UK?
Okay, like we
Ah,
said earlier,
yeah.
it's very important that you're honest with us. It
Okay.
is very, very important. That way we know how to guide you. And if most of the time, if anything goes wrong, it's because there's something wrong with what you're giving to us.
Mm,
Because we do our best and then we put in our best. So if anything should go wrong, it's possible. It's either you didn't pass the interview or you gave fake documents. Mostly, that's always the case.
mm. Okay. Lovely.
And, and even in terms of interview, we make sure we train you very well. Can you hear me very well now?
True.
We make sure we
Yes.
train you very well. We hold rigorous trainings. We do trainings. Time you have a general training. Your personal consultant will also train you over and over again.
Mm.
You understand? Just to ensure that you pass it. So definitely, we have. In fact, I don't think since I've been working, we've had any refusal. No, 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 really. No one, not anyone that I can remember. I'm being honest now. Not anyone that I can remember. For the past 5 years I've been working here, not anyone that I can remember. I've never gotten one myself, but Ameline has never gotten anyone herself, which I know because we work very well with her. So the chances of you putting in your money and it coming out successfully is 100% or 99%.
That's lovely. That's good. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for answering all of our questions. Thank you for giving us your time because time is precious. Time is money. Thank you so much for giving us your time. For those of you who are interested, like Helen said, there is going to be an expo tomorrow in Abuja, starting by 10 o'clock at Nikon Luxury Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happening there. If you are in Abuja and you want to explore this, please do attend. Their contact details is going to be in the comment section for you to contact them to get more information about their service. But we have just talked about how you can start this whole application process without paying anybody any money. It is free of charge. You would have the best of consultation, the best of advice, the best of tips, everything that you need to do step by step. They will be there to hold your hand, literally, and guide you
True.
through the whole process. So please do explore their services and come back and tell me thank you because I'm bringing this
All
opportunity
right.
your way. So please, please come back and say thank you. And thank you, Solomon. Thank you, Helen, for coming on today's live. If you have any more questions, please do leave it in the comment section. We will do well to answer all of your questions for you. And that is the end of today's live. Thank you guys so much.
Mercy, before you go, I want to say well done
Thank
for
you.
dishing out this information free of charge. Well done for the good work you were doing. This orientation you are giving to people, it's really helpful, and
Thank
I
you.
think the information you are giving is really helpful. More grace, more grace.
Thank you very
Also,
much. Thank
encourage everybody to please follow, like, and follow her, and also share.
thank you. Thank you
Please
very much.
subscribe, oh, subscribe. Oh.
Very important.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And have a good evening, everybody.
And you too.
You
Thank
too.
you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.